order for a text to be called a Purana, it has to have a section on cosmology and stories about creation. So basically, all the 18 Mahapuranas and the 18 Upapuranas have some stories about the creation of universe, which just seems bonkers to imagine. Puranas dive a lot deeper into the creation stories than the Vedas, and everything is explored in minute detail, even though not everything refers to the similar stories. The creation stories are still vastly different from each other, with sometimes seemingly no correlation between each other at all. Hello everyone, I am Preet, and in this video we will get to know all the major creation stories from the Puranas. The Vishnu Puran has the largest part devoted to cosmology and creation stories out of any Puran. Almost all the creation stories from all Puranas are also present in the Vishnu Puran. So, I'll tell you the stories from Vishnu Puran in detail and just mention the differences in other versions of stories from other Puranas at the end. So, let's begin. Vishnu Puran describes two types of creations, primary and secondary. During secondary creation, all the lower worlds like Patal and Earth are destroyed by Pralay and created once again, but the heavens, the gods, the major sages, and the elements remain unharmed. On the other hand, during primary creation, all the heavens, all the gods, all the sages, and everything is annihilated. Even the five basic elements of earth, water, fire, wind, and space, which are the basis of all creation, are merged together into the primary being, which is Vishnu. Vishnu is the supreme Brahma, the supreme universal soul and substance of the world. There is a quote: out of Vishnu, everything has arisen. In him, it exists. He is the one who governs its existence and destruction. He is the universe. So, when everything is annihilated and only Vishnu remains, the primary creation occurs. The first form of Vishnu is Pradhan. From it, Prakriti or the universal matter is created. Then there is Purush or the universal soul. Then Vyakt or the physical visible matter is created. And lastly, Kal or the concept of time is created. Through these four, the entire universe is created, preserved, and destroyed. See my video about Prakriti and Purush to know in detail about these concepts. Then the five basic elements earth, water, fire, wind, and space are created. These five elements, which are unconnected to each other, then combine and blend in specific proportions to create an egg. This egg rests on the cosmic ocean and starts expanding. This egg is the natural abode of Vishnu where he gains a perceptible form. He rests on a giant serpent called the Adishesh in the cosmic ocean called the Kshir Sagar. Then, in order to create sentient life, from Vishnu's navel appears a lotus from which appears the deity Brahma. This is the most famous visual of creation in Hinduism and depicted vastly in various forms of media. Then Vishnu, in the form of Brahma, starts creating life. So, this is how primary creation occurs. Then Vishnu keeps preserving the world through successive ages until it's time for another primary creation. When it's time, he assumes the form of Rudra and destroys the entire world down, even the five elements as mentioned before, and a new primary creation occurs, thus repeating the cycle. But in between the primary creations, there are many more secondary creations. Primary creations happen at the end of the life of Brahma, which came from Vishnu's navel. Brahma's life consists of 100 years, consisting of Brahma days or kalps, and at the end of each Brahma day, there is a secondary creation. Secondary creations are not proper creations per se, but more the change of pre existing matter into their present forms. At the end of each kalp or Brahma day, the entire earth is flooded along with all the lower worlds like Patal Lok. But the gods, some rishis, and the heavens are still unharmed. At that time, Vishnu, who knows where the earth has drowned in the cosmic ocean, assumes the form of Vara or the boar and raises it on its tusks. Then Brahma once again creates life forms, and that is how secondary creation occurs. This is the basic, most simplified premise of creation without omitting any important details. The story that I told you here is told in various small fragments throughout the Puranas, and I have tried my best to tie them into an intriguing narrative. This version has Vishnu as the supreme god, while other Puranas have other deities as the supreme. In Shiv Puran, the egg from which Vishnu's perceptible form is born, from which Brahma is born, is said to be actually created by Shiva. Thus, the story of the Shivling, where Vishnu and Brahma go to each end of the Shivling to establish who is superior, but ultimately they find out that the Shivling and in extension Shiva is supreme and infinite. In the Devi Bhagavad Puran, the Devi or the goddess is the one who created Purush and Prakriti and thus in extension the entire world. Now, you guys tell me which story did you find the most interesting? Comment all your views and opinions down in the comment section below. Please like the video and subscribe to Relevant Myths. Also, hit the bell icon so that you never miss my videos. Thank you for watching and have an awesome day.